Hello. So I have Nina on Zoom. So if you're watching in YouTube or in Facebook, you can join the Zoom meeting, and that will allow you to see each other. Hello, Renee. Ang video. Huwag ka na maya, okay lang yun. So that you can see. So, Nina is blacked out yung screen. Oh, there's Nina. And there's Renee. Renee is one of my stronger students in Avida. Yan. Yeah, I can hear you. Am I on a TV? Okay. Yan. Uh, so, welcome. We're just chatting. I have, kanina, I have one viewer from YouTube. I don't know who it is. There's a few more, I think, in Facebook. Uh, where's my phone? Yeah, I multi-stream now. Kasi may iba na sa Facebook lang nagre-rely. So I started streaming also to Facebook. Pero face ko lang. Because of the configuration of my laptop, I have parang I cannot show the video of Zoom on my live stream. Parang I have two cameras. The one on Zoom, so this is on the laptop, yeah, one. And then there's the extra webcam just for Diba? Biglang, I had to, I, I had to learn immediately. You doing, Renee? Okay. Forgot I have to edit pala yung mga announcements. Kasi hindi nag-work yung meeting ID eh. I think Zoom had the problem and it deleted my. So I'm gonna edit my meeting ID. Nakakalabas kayo? Sa amenities. Okay. At least meron ganun, no? That's good. Where is meeting? Invite. Hello, Joanne. Are you working from home? You guys are working from home? Di ba ako bigla na pa work from home? Ah, it's kind of cool. Going back to yan. So, Joanne, Nina is there. She's one of my students with a dog. What's your dog? Is it a French bulldog? A Boston Terrier. Okay. Yung dog ko kasi pag andito, makulit eh. 'Di ba? Ito yung feeling ko ito yung fun thing about Zoom kasi my classes in Avida, you get to see my classes in Pioneer. Baka sawa na kayo sa mga nakikita nyo sa bahay. Ayan. So you can continue chatting. I'll just edit some of the. I'll go ahead and edit some of the messages that I've been sending out. So that you know what I'm doing, I'm just furiously editing yung mga links na pinagsasend ko. Kasi hindi nag-work yung Monday link. Baka magpunta sila doon. Zoom class. Yan. Ten minutes. Ay, John, ngayon ko lang nabasa yung message mo. But there is, yes, merong YouTube link. I will start to edit again kasi I changed a few things in Zoom. Nag-experiment ako. For this month, we're using a Zoom Pro account. So, ibig sabihin, kaya na natin mag 1 hour na. Pwede na tayo mag 1 hour or more if you have time. Hindi nyo naman kailangan umuwi na kasi nasa bahay na kayo. So, at least that's that. I'm gonna send out a new set of links kasi baka magulo. So, I'm gonna clean it up. So, yes, we have Facebook. So, if you have friends that you want them to join, you can just ask them to go to Facebook or YouTube. There's ways to stream stream this class. Don't worry, you guys are safe. It's just my video that's gonna show in the live stream. Pero syempre, ang advantage pag naka-Zoom video is you can see each other, number one, and I can see you. And of course, the last, not the best, but you can see me. Hi. Ano yun? Sa Zoom, what was that? Sa laptop? Oo nga eh. Kayo? Makikita kayo? Nasa save naman ata yan. Settings. So later, oo, medyo malit sa phone, no? So pag sa phone, you might have to get the phone very close and you will have to rely on the instructions more than anything. So kaya rin, I try to instruct this as a normal class kasi nga mahirap mag-rely sa video lang eh kasi there's lag in video. At least the voice is a little bit more real time. But you can hear me. There's no problem with the ano naman. Hi Victor. Minsan may lag. We'll have a warrior themed class today. For all the warriors outside. So we'll be starting in 5 minutes. My suggestion is if you need, anyways, nasa bahay, diba? You have a lot of materials that you can use. If you need maybe even blanket, kahit ano lang, blanket for your knees, you can do that. Water maybe, towel, depends on how hot or how cold it is at your place. We'll start in right about 4 minutes. We'll try to start promptly. I know that your time is valuable, so we'll try to start promptly. So, ang ang fun dito is sobrang mahiyain ako eh. So, me posting this online, medyo ako kinakabahan pa rin ako eh. Yan. Mag-ano na ako. Set up na ako. Oo nga eh, ako rin eh. At least mamaya, pawis na tayo mamaya. There you go. And we're gonna go live on YouTube and Facebook. Well, actually, we're live, but I'm just gonna switch to a different. And then I'm gonna transfer you over. Hi, Amanda. Yeah. So we have Nina. Nina, we have R, Renee. So she's one of my students in Avida. There's Joanne, the one in pink. She's also from Avida, together with Victor and Mother. That's Mirna. That's Amanda, the Ross family icon. Amanda's there. So Amanda sells. Yeah, Amanda. She's the one behind Capitolio Kombucha. So if you need your kombucha fix, Amanda's there to hook you up. Oh, maybe if they like the bottle deposit, you can offer that. They give you bottles, you can. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah. True. So we're gonna go ahead and start in a few minutes. Uh, so we'll let the others, if they need to join, they can join the Zoom class, or they can join the YouTube or the Facebook streaming. But we'll go ahead and start. So I'm just lowering down the volume so that I don't get freaked out by the sound. Maybe at this point, we start to turn our phone silent, unless your phone is the one that you're using to view this. We'll turn the phone into silent. We'll set it aside. And preparing ourselves for our practice, we go ahead and settle down on our mat. Find an easy, comfortable seat in your mat. allow your body to ground down. Allow your breath to fill up your lungs. Allow the air to escape out. We'll set an intention for this particular practice today. For today, we're going to look at our strengths, and we'll just connect back to the inner fighter that's within us that allows us to be strong in times of problems, in times of challenges. That strength does not have to be harmful. That warrior does not have to hurt anyone. We tap into that. As you connect yourselves to the inner strength that you have inside your body, we'll take longer breaths in and longer breaths out. Inhaling deeply through your nose and then exhaling out. For some of you that practice Ujjayi, we'll start your Ujjayi breath, constricting your throat, inhaling through your nose. Still constricting the throat, exhaling through your nose. Hearing the sound of your breath inside your head. We inhale deeply and then we exhale. Know that your Ujjayi breath, your victorious breath, can be as strong as you need them or as soft as you need your victorious breath. We'll let your inner gaze slowly go down to the floor. We slowly blink the eyes open. And we're gonna go ahead and start to move. So we're gonna start to warm up our body in preparation for our practice today. Hi, Joanna. So Joanna's here. We'll go ahead and find ourselves in tabletop, hands down onto the floor, knees down onto the floor. Some people call this all fours, some people will just call this tabletop. So ang gagawin natin, we'll have your fingers spread out wide, your toes pointing to the back, allowing your back to be very straight. We'll take your cat and cow here. We'll inhale and allow the belly to lower down, inhaling and lifting your chest up. Exhale, we round the back. You pull your stomach into your spine, and then we'll inhale again to your cow pose. Exhaling back, rounding to your cat pose. We'll continue doing this for a few more rounds of breath. Ang gagawin lang natin here is we'll feel the movements of our spine, knowing that your hips, your shoulders move, not just your back. Take a few moments to warm up your wrists here. So yung iba will start to reach the shoulders forward, maybe shifting back. Some people would roll around if that is comfortable for you. Feel free to pad your knees if this is not a comfortable pose. Sabi ng tuhod natin, your knees are a little bit tender. Pad your knees. Just take a few moments to move around here, warming up your wrists, warming up your shoulders. You can include that in your cat and cow, just rolling around. 3 movements. We'll just take 5 more cycles of breath so that we can sort of settle down into your tabletop. Last 3. And then 2. And then 1. We'll center down into your tabletop with your back flat, hands down to the floor, knees down onto your mat. We'll curl your toes under. We'll start to lift your knees. We'll shift your hips back. We'll press your butt back. We'll take your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is just like an inverted V shape in your body. Hands at the top of your mat, feet at the back of your mat with your butt sticking out at the middle. Let your legs straighten if this is what your legs need. Actually, for today, we will be using your legs a lot in your warrior. So it might be a good idea to stretch out your legs here. Pedaling your feet from side to side. Shifting your hips side to side. Maybe for Sam, you will step your foot on the opposite ankle and then drive the heel down. We'll just take 5 more cycles of breath in your very playful downward facing dog until we find a steady one. Last 3. And then 2. And 1. We'll look forward. We'll go ahead and step to the top of the mat. Hakbang tayo. Small steps, big steps, or hopping forward. We fold over your legs. Let your legs be soft since it's early. But also check if your legs, you can straighten them already at this point. A stretch happens at the back of legs, folding over your legs. This is your forward fold. You can swing from side to side so that you can stretch out the sides of your hips and a little bit of your legs here. We'll take 3 cycles of breath and then we'll end up to the center. 3, 2, and then 1. Hands either touching the floor, your shin, or your thighs. We lift halfway. We flatten the back. We exhale. We fold over your legs. We slowly roll upright, 1 vertebra at a time, with the head coming up last. We'll stand in your mountain pose. Your feet as wide as your hips, or if you want, you can explore traditional wise, big toes touch. So I'd like it wide as my hips. So it will be your personal preference. Your hands beside your body. Allow the arms to your hands to face wherever they need to face at this point. This is your mountain pose, your Tadasana. We'll go ahead and press your feet down as we lift your arms up. We'll reach your arms as high as we can. We exhale and fold over your legs. We bend at the hips, reaching down for the floor. We go ahead and lift the chest halfway forward. We'll release the head down again to the floor. Inhale will come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands to heart center, then down to the side. Let's do 2 more of that. Arms will reach up. Exhale, we will fold over your legs. Inhaling, reaching the chest halfway. Exhaling to fold over your legs. Inhale to come all the way up. Hands to heart center, and then down to the side. Let's circle the arms up again. Last one. Exhale, we will fold over your legs. We inhale and lift the chest halfway. We'll release down to the floor. We'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center, then down to the side. Let's add a few more movements in your poses. We'll sweep the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. We'll go ahead and reach the chest forward halfway. We're going to bend your knees so that your fingers touch the floor. Maybe the palms touch the floor, but for now, the fingers will be enough. Fingers down. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and step your left foot as far back as you can. You extend the left leg back. You'll point the toes down and then lower the toes down. Let's lower your left knee down and then inhale to your low lunge. In your low lunge, let's have your hands on your hips. So we're not going to use the hands too much in this particular shape. So this is your low lunge. Ang gagawin natin is we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do it sideways so that you can see a little bit better. I'm going to do it on the opposite. You can see, but you'll stay on your right leg forward. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my tailbone under. I'm going to stretch out the front of my hips. I'm going to reach my right knee forward extra. So naiwan yung left leg ko at the back. Your right knee is reaching forward. We're stretching out the front of your hips. We're gonna slowly shift backwards. And then we're gonna go ahead and plant both palms down to the floor. We're lifting your arms up. We will curl your back toes under, yung nasa likod. We will lift the back knee off the floor. We lift up. High lunge. Hands go down to the floor. We step your left foot forward. Lifting the chest. Exhaling to fold. We'll come all the way up. Hands are heart center, then down to the side. We'll circle the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. We lift the chest halfway forward. We bend the knees again. Fingers touch the floor. This time, we're going to step your right foot as far back as you can. Extend the right foot as far back. Lower the right foot down. Right knee goes down. Arms will go up. We'll take your low lunge. Hands on your hips. What we're going to do is we're going to tuck the tailbone under again. We're going to lean forward. Reach your left knee forward. Stretch out the right hip. Take a few moments to stretch out the right hip. So the right leg is at the back. It's down, grounded down to the mat. We're going to shift back. Hands go down to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Start to find your high lunge. We're going to fold down. We will step your right foot forward. We lift the chest halfway. And then we'll fold over your legs. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands in front of your heart and then down to the side. We'll circle the arms up. And then we'll fold over your legs. We reach your chest forward halfway. Bending the knees, hands go down to the floor. This time, left foot back, right foot back to plank. From your plank, both knees will go down. We're going to go ahead and reach forward with our chest. You squeeze your elbows in. You can hold or you can lower your shoulders only as high as your elbows and then lift back up. Tuck the toes under. We're going to shift back, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, let's step your right foot forward. Let's lift your arms up, warrior one. So in your first warrior one, let's go ahead and warm up your thighs here. So this warrior one, your front knee is bent, back leg is straight. You can lower down extra with this leg. There's a little bit of stretch happening dun sa kaninang hip. If it's too much, you will back off from the pose. And then we'll go ahead and have the hands down to the floor. We will lift the back toe, the back heel off the floor. We will straighten your front leg. So we're stretching out the hamstrings here. Take a few breaths here. We'll rebend the right knee. We'll step your left foot forward, halfway lift. And then we'll fold over your legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart center, down to the side. We'll circle the arms up. We'll fold over the legs, reaching the chest halfway. Bend the knees, hands go down. This time, left foot will step back. Right foot will step back. Right foot will step back. And then, right knee goes down. Arms will go up. So second side, warrior one. The warrior one natin. Again, you have the option to lengthen the warrior one. Or shorten it if it's too much. We're going to go ahead and lower both hands down. We will lift the back heel off. We will straighten your front leg. So we're reaching your chest forward. This is your pyramid pose. Chest forward, both legs straight. Stretch happening on the underside of your front leg. We'll rebend your left knee. We'll step your right foot forward, lifting halfway. And then we'll fold over your legs. We'll come all the way up. Hands are heart-centered and down to the side. Let's add a few more fun parts in your sun salutations. Lifting the arms up. And then we'll fold. We reach halfway forward. Bend the knees. Hands go down to the floor. One foot back, followed by the next. We'll take your plank. For some, we'll stay in plank. Hold this for 5 breaths. For some, they will do your chaturanga, the upward dog, and downward facing dog. Others might want to go to your downward facing dog directly. We'll all meet each other in downward facing dog, yung inverted V shape. Hands at the top, feet at the back, but eye in the middle. You go ahead and look forward. Let's step your left foot forward. Right heel down, lifting the arms up. We'll take your warrior one. This is your warrior one, very strong. So imagine that you're bursting from the ground and lifting your arms up. You're gonna start to run forward. From your warrior one, we will reach your chest forward, arms will be forward. We're gonna go ahead and hop on your left leg in your warrior three. From your warrior three, we'll rebend your front knee, lower the back leg down, back to warrior one. We'll open the chest to your right side, arms will be wide into your warrior two. So the front leg is still bent. Try to bend it as much as possible, what is accessible to your body. And then from here, hands will go down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. Some will do their chaturanga, some will shift back to your downward face. Once in your downward facing dog, let's lift your right leg off the floor. We'll step the right foot forward, left heel goes down. Circle the arms up. We take your warrior one. In your warrior one, we're strong in lifting away from the ground. In warrior three, we're charging forward. So we're gonna go ahead and charge forward to our warrior three, reaching our upper body forward, lifting the back leg, straightening your right leg, warrior three. Powering up your legs. We'll rebend again your standing leg, lowering your left leg down. We'll open the chest to the left side, arms will be wide. Warrior two. Both hands circle down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. Either take your vinyasa or downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll take 5 cycles of breath here, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. If we need to cool down, we inhale through your nose. We open the mouth and exhale from there. Last 3 cycles of breath before we move again. On your next exhale, we go ahead and look forward in between your thumbs. You can step, hop, or we can jump to the top. You lift the chest and we'll fold. We'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center and down to the. We'll circle the arms up again. And we'll fold over your legs. We'll reach your chest forward halfway. Hands go down to the floor. We'll pass by a plank, maybe a vinyasa if you would consider that part of your practice today, or maybe a downward facing dog. We'll all meet in your downward facing dog. We'll lift the right leg off the floor. We'll step the right foot forward. Left heel goes down. Circle the arms up. Warrior one. From your warrior one, we'll pass by warrior three. We'll reach forward. Upper body in line with your hips. Arms reaching forward. Back leg strong and lifted up. From your warrior three, we will bend your front leg. Lower the back leg down. And we'll take your warrior one again. We'll open up to your warrior two. And then we circle the hands down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. Consider a vinyasa or a downward facing dog. We take 5 breaths here, inhaling in and out. Choosing your breath. If cool down or we need to continue with your play. On your next exhale, we'll look forward. We'll go ahead and step your left foot forward. We'll reach your arms up. Warrior one. From your warrior one, we'll go ahead and reach forward with your warrior three. From your warrior three, we'll rebend your front leg. Lower the back leg down. Back to warrior one. We'll open the chest out to warrior two. We circle the hands down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. And then a vinyasa or a downward. We go ahead and look forward. We will step, hop, or jump to the top. Lift the chest, and it will fold. We'll come all the way up. Hands to heart center and then down to the side. How are we so far? It's so hot. So we just finished one side, yes? One side pa lang yon. Just the left leg, right? Let's do the right leg part. You go ahead and lift the arms up again. Join with me if it's okay. We'll fold over your legs. Lifting the chest halfway. Hands go down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. For some, we'll consider a chaturanga. Inhaling to an upward dog. Exhaling to a downward dog. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. This time we're gonna go ahead and lift the right leg off the floor. We'll shift forward, right foot down, left heel goes up, reaching the arms up. Warrior one. We'll reach forward and we'll take your warrior three. We're gonna go ahead and bend your front leg. Lower the back leg down, arms will be up into your warrior one. Let's reach your hands to the back. Hands interlaced behind your back. Allow the shoulders to shrug back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bow down inside of your right leg. We will bow down, humble warrior. Take a few moments here. And then we slowly lift ourselves up. Hands will be up. Warrior one, hands go down to the floor. Stepping back to your plank. Consider a chaturanga, upward dog, or go straight to your downward facing dog. Let's lift the left leg up, left foot forward. right heel down. Arms will be up. Warrior one. From your warrior one, we'll reach forward to warrior three. Very good. You're doing great, guys. We're gonna rebend your front leg, lower the back foot down, back to warrior one. We'll reach your arms to the back, interlace your fingers, maybe interlacing the weird way, and then shrug your shoulders back. Reach your arms back. We're gonna bow down on the inside of your left leg into your humble warrior. And in this humble warrior, may we find that we also need to be humble even if we need to be strong. We're gonna go ahead and lift ourselves up. Back to warrior one. Hands go down to the floor. We'll step back to your plank. Consider a chaturanga, upward dog, or straight to your downward facing. Take a few moments to breathe here. Inhaling in and out. Last 2 cycles of breath. As you exhale next, we look forward. You can step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Lifting halfway. And then we'll fold over your legs. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Beautiful, guys. Hands to heart center and then down. Circle the arms up. Folding over your legs. And we'll reach your chest forward halfway. Bend the knees, hands go down to the floor. Some of you might consider jumping back. Some of you will step back. Find a vinyasa of choice ending in downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up. We'll reach forward. Left foot down, right heel down. Circle the arms up into your warrior one. From your warrior one, let's open up to warrior two. In your warrior two, like fighting stance. This is your warrior two. But in your warrior two, we'll reverse the warrior. This is called peaceful warrior. Another term for this. We'll reach your left arm up. Right hand to the back leg into your peaceful warrior, knowing that the warrior needs to have some peace also at some point. Hands go down to the floor. Stepping back to plank. Either a vinyasa or a downward. Let's lift the right leg up and then step the right through. Left heel goes down. Circle the arms up. We'll find your warrior two from here. Very strong, very powerful. Good job, guys. In your strong warrior two, we'll take our peaceful warrior. Right arm reaches up. Left hand down. Knowing that peace is required to be a warrior. Circle the hands down to the floor. Stepping back to plank. We'll reach forward. We'll bend your elbows, lowering down to the floor. We're gonna go ahead and lift ourselves up. Upward facing dog. We tuck the toes under. Downward face. From your downward facing dog, we'll go ahead and bend the knees outwards so that they touch the outside edge of your mat. We'll have your big toes touch. We'll shift your sit bones back. We'll take your extended child's pose. Breathing in and out. Knowing that every warrior has a child inside. Take a few more breaths here. Feel free to stay here if this is comfortable for you. And in any of the other poses that might appear if it becomes too much, we are welcome to go back to child's pose. Some of you might want to consider shifting forward into your from your plank. We'll go ahead and step through both feet, lifting halfway, and it will fold. We'll come all the way up, reaching the arms up. Hands are heart centered and down to the side. How are we so far? Ooh, I'm so sweaty. So, I hope you're doing well, guys. We're gonna go ahead and stitch all the things together. So, we'll try to do as many of the warrior variations in our poses today, or in our sequence today. We're gonna stitch them one by one, okay? Let's start at the top of our mat in your mountain pose. And we'll circle the arms up. We fold over your legs and reach down. Lift the chest halfway forward. Bend the knees, hands go down to the floor. You can consider jumping back to your chaturanga or just stepping back to plank. Some of you might consider lowering the knees down. We'll all shift forward and reach the shoulders forward past our hands. Keep the elbows close to the body as we bend the elbows to the side of the ribs. Before you reach the floor, we're going to go ahead and inhale. Lift ourselves up. Head, chest, hips, thighs off the floor in your upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under. Shift the hips up and back. You take your downward facing dog. Let's lift your right leg off the floor. We'll step the right foot forward in between your hands. Left heel goes down. We'll circle the arms up. Warrior one. From your warrior one, let's lift your back heel off the floor. We'll reach forward with your arms and your upper body. We'll lift up warrior three. From your warrior three, we're gonna go ahead and bend your front leg back to warrior two, warrior one, sorry. Hands will be back behind, interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulders back, reaching the arms back, folding over to your humble warrior. From your humble warrior, we're gonna go ahead and lift ourselves up, back to warrior one, opening your arms to the side into your warrior two. From your warrior two, let's take our peaceful warrior. Right arm reaches up and over. Left hand on your back leg. We circle the hands down to the floor. Press both palms down. Step back to your plank. Consider lowering your knees if this is already winding you out like me. We shift forward, bending the elbows, lifting up to your upward facing dog. We tuck the toes under. Exhale. Downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, let's go ahead and step your other foot forward. Left foot forward. Right heel down. Circle the arms up. Warrior one. From your warrior one, we're going to reach forward with your upper body. We lift up to your warrior three. From your warrior three, we're slowly shifting back to your warrior one. You reach your hands back. Hands interlace the funky way, reaching your shoulders back. We bow down and be a humble warrior. Lift ourselves up to warrior one. Arms will be up. We'll open the chest. Arms will be wide. Warrior two. We take our peaceful warrior, left arm reaches up. Back hand down on your back leg. We circle the hands down to the floor. We press the hands down. We're going to step back. We'll take your plank. Some of you will stay with the knees up. Some of you will lower the knees down. All of us will shift forward. We squeeze the elbows close to the body as we bend the elbows. Before we reach the floor, we inhale. And we take your upward facing dog. The head, the chest, the hips, the thighs off the floor. Shrug your shoulders back. Drive your shoulders away from your ears. Tuck the toes under. Exhale. Downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll slightly open the knees as we bend them down to the mat. We're going to have your toes touch. We shift our hips back. Chest in between your legs. Arms reaching forward into your extended child's pose. We'll take child's pose for 10 cycles of breath. Inhaling in and exhaling out. And at this point, while there are no other poses that we're going to work on in the next 8 cycles of breath, consider how your practice of being a warrior on your mat affects your life outside of your mat. Have last 5 cycles of breath. And then on your next inhale, we're going to lift up. We pass by a long tabletop, knees down onto the floor, hands down to the mat. We're going to walk our knees near the middle. We're going to sit down on our heels in your thunderbolt. How are you guys? I'm so sweaty already. So, well, I know that we worked our legs a little bit, so we have the last 15 minutes to right about close our practice for today. So a little bit longer cooling down period and a little bit longer savasana, okay? So if you're still in your thunderbolt pose, let's go ahead and sit down on one hip, and then we'll swing the legs to the front. We'll take a few things to release. So we're going to take your Paschimottanasana, your seated forward fold. Yung hips natin, we'll roll the hips forward. For some, it might help you out if you walk your butt cheeks backwards. We straighten your legs a lot. Yeah? As you straighten your legs a lot, we go ahead and lead with the chest, reaching the chest down towards your knees in your seated forward fold. For now, we're gonna try and keep your back as flat as possible. Not super strict, pero it should put focus on the stretch on your hamstring. For some of you might want to hold on to your feet and pull your toes back so that there's a stretch also happening in your calves. Inhaling in and out. And we'll slowly release. We'll do half of Supta Virasana. So Virasana is the knees folded. So since we're gonna do half, what we're gonna do is we'll lean on to your left hip. So para the right leg is free from the mat. I'm gonna go ahead and bend my right knee. I have my toes point back. I'm gonna sit down, but I'm gonna avoid sitting on my foot. I'm just gonna bend my knee here so that the lower part of your leg is pointing back, your thighs just beside it. If this is too much, I understand that this might be too much for some. You'll just stay here, either folding your legs like this or just leaning to one side, not completely sitting your right sit bone down. Just fine. If there's no pain in your knee, feel free to lower your sit bones down. If your knee is still okay, feel free to lie down in Supta Virasana. Actually, half lang. Ardha Supta Virasana. Take a few breaths here. And what we're working on is stretching out the calves. Not the calves, but the quads. So that's the top part of your right leg, the thighs. Allow your hips to be heavy. Allow the legs to if you're lying down, we'll walk your upper arms beside your body. We're gonna use them to prop ourselves up so that we can lift the shoulders off the floor. And then we'll start to walk your hands down and then lift ourselves up. We will straighten your right leg. We'll do the second side. So we're gonna lean on to your right hip. We're gonna bend your left knee. The same thing applies. We're bending your right knee. Your calf, your shin is towards the back. Your knee points forward. Your thighs beside your calves. Again, if the knee also complains here, you can just stay here. This should be enough. Or maybe even back off. That's all okay. If there's no pain in your knee, let's lower your left sit bone down beside your legs. If still no pain, we can walk your hands back, forearms down. If still okay with your body, feel free to lie down, Ardha Supta Virasana. We allow the thighs to stretch. Allow your breath to guide you in stretching out your legs. You can play around with the roll of your hips so that you can feel the stretch on your quads. If you're lying down, or walk your upper arms near your body, or not your upper arms, but your forearms near your body, and then we'll lift the shoulders up. From your shoulders up, we're gonna place your hands down, we're gonna lift ourselves up. We will straighten both legs forward. We're gonna scoot to the middle of the mat. And we're gonna lie down on our, pull our knees in close to the body. Apanasana. Apanasana. We will straighten your, we'll hold your right leg, both hands behind the leg itself. And any amount, you can pull your leg closer to your chest. And then we'll release. We'll bend that right knee again. We'll straighten your left leg up. We'll hold your leg with your hands, maybe interlacing your hands in the funky way. And then any amount, we're gonna pull your leg close. Take a few cycles of breath. And then we'll bend both knees. We're gonna open your knees wider than your chest. We're gonna point the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. You're gonna hold on to the outside edge of your feet. So it might look weird what I'm doing, but this is your happy baby. I'm gonna do it sideways also that you can see. So happy baby. Your legs are wide, holding onto the sides of your feet, and then you can rock from side to side. So this will stretch out the inside of your legs. And if this is comfortable for you, you can stretch out one leg out, maybe both. And then we'll go ahead and slowly release the feet. Pull your knees in close. Hold the knees close to your chest. We're reaching your arms wide, either in a T or in goalpost arms. We're gonna ground your shoulders down. We're gonna lower both knees to the right. Know that you can pull your knees closer to your arm if you need a little bit more stretch. So your left hip is over your right hip. The shoulders still squared down onto your mat. Take a few moments to find a nice and easy twist here. Allow your breath start to soften. If you've held your Ujjayi up to this point, you can start to release. And then we'll slowly go back to the center. Let's pull the knees in close again. Arms are still wide, grounded down onto your mat. We'll lower both knees over to the left side. We'll take your easy twist. Know that you can also move your knees closer to your arms if you need a little more twist here. Inhaling in and out. And it will slowly go back to the center. We'll hug our knees in close to the body. We're gonna go ahead and lift our head, our shoulders off the mat. We're gonna lift, maybe the forehead tries to touch for your knees. We'll exhale here. We'll inhale and hold. We'll exhale and roll up tighter. We'll inhale. And then as we exhale here, we're readying. We inhale and straighten your legs. We lower the legs down as wide as your mat. Hands beside the body, palms face up. We're at your Savasana, your final resting pose. Let the shoulders ground down. Let your palms face up the ceiling. Let your body be heavy. If this is a comfortable pose for you, you'll close your eyes. And I'm not sure if you've went outside today, but outside there's a lot more clouds, a lot more blue skies. The clouds pass by. We let our worries, we let our thoughts, we let our plans for the now attach to those clouds. We'll let them pass by, letting the mind be quiet. The mind starts to let those thoughts pass by. Allow the mind to anchor to your breath. See if we can soften your breath a little bit more. Seeing if we can relax a little bit more. Take this moment to quiet down the mind. Take this moment to rest the warrior that has been fighting past few days. We'll stay here for a few more minutes. I will mind the time for you, and I will call your attention when we're done. In the next few cycles of breath, we allow the senses to slowly seep back into the body. Still lying on your back, allowing your toes to wriggle out, allowing the fingers to wriggle, allowing your neck to move from side to side. We'll slowly draw our feet together. We'll reach your arms overhead. We'll interlace your fingers and press your palms back. Point your toes forward. Taking a long breath in, the longest for today. And a long exhale out, the longest exhale you can make. We'll release your fingers. We'll bend both knees and feet down onto the floor. We'll roll over to one side, resting your head on your arm. Using your other arm, we're going to press ourselves up. We'll lift ourselves up to an easy and comfortable seat. Feel free to stay here in your Savasana if this feels okay. We'll have the hands meet in front of our hearts. We let the heart rise. We let the mind bow. We let the thumbs touch our forehead. May our thoughts be clear. We'll let the thumbs touch our lips. May our words be kind. We'll let the thumbs touch our hearts. May the heart be filled with compassion. The light in me honors the light in you, and may you be light to others. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining. I do hope that you're well and you're keeping yourself safe. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be staying on for a few more minutes on this meeting if you have any questions. Otherwise, have a great night and keep healthy, keep safe, and keep sane. Thank you. Good night. Wednesday. I'll have another one on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. MWF 67. It's being live streamed. What's being live streamed is just my video here. So if you were able to log on to YouTube or Facebook, you can see my video as we practice. But let's say if the class is finished and you weren't able to hop on the live class, it should be saved in a few minutes as a separate, play along the video that you can start with. Yeah. You can practice again. You can redo the videos again. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.